Hey there, welcome to our channel. We're thrilled that you're tuning in for another video. Before we get started, we just wanted to take a moment to express our gratitude. We appreciate all of our viewers and subscribers who have been supporting us and following along with our content. If you find our videos informative and valuable, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you'll be helping us to reach more people and spread awareness about important issues like open records violations. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. Good day. I am writing to request a complete list of the records that are available through the Richmond County Sheriff's Office under Georgia's Open Records Act. I am interested in obtaining information about the types of records that are available, as well as the procedures for obtaining them. Specifically, I would like a comprehensive list of all the types of records that the Richmond County Sheriff's Office maintains, including but not limited to police reports, arrest records, incident reports, internal affairs reports, personnel records, and any other records that are maintained by the Sheriff's Office. I understand that some records may be exempt from disclosure under Georgia law, and I would appreciate it if you could provide me with information about any exceptions that may apply to the records that I am seeking. In addition, I would like information about the procedures for making an open records request to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, including any forms that I need to complete and any fees that may be associated with the request. Please let me know if there are any additional requirements or information that I need to provide in order to obtain the records that I am seeking. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Good afternoon. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office does not have a comprehensive list of records that are available through the Richmond County Sheriff's Office to provide to you. If you have a request, you may submit that request through email to the Public Information Office at pio@augustaga.gov or the Open Records Clerk, Brenda Maith at bmaith@augustaga.gov. You can mail your request to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office ATTN, Internal Affairs, 400 Walton Way, Augusta, Georgia, 30901. You can also come into the Sheriff's Office at 400 Walton Way and verbally submit your request, or call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office and verbally submit your request at 706-821-1000 and ask for the Internal Affairs Division. There is no specific form to fill out, but we ask that you provide as much information you can about the records you are requesting so that we may conduct a thorough search. We also ask that you provide a method of communication so that we can contact you if we have any questions about your request and information so that records can be mailed to you. You may also pick up your records from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, and they may also be emailed to you depending on the size of your request. If we do not have the records you have requested, or if the records you requested have to be redacted, or if they are exempt from release, you will be notified and provided with the specific statutory provision of Georgia law that exempts the record from being produced. I have included a link to our website that provides information on open records requests, as well as links to the Office of the Attorney General website for further information. Lieutenant Kimberly Lee, Internal Affairs, Public Information Office, Office of Professional Standards and Training, Richmond County Sheriff's Office, 400 Walton Way, Augusta, Georgia, 30901. Phone number 706-821-1442 for desk and 706-821-1462 for fax.
I'm out with a guy and hey, take your hands out of your pockets. Take your hands out of your pockets. Get out here. Put your hands on the fucking car. There you go. Just relax, just like that. You got me? I don't know what the fuck you're doing in here. You do live here.
I don't live here.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Well, what makes you say you don't live here?
I just come through and pick up cigarette butts.
There's a bed in there.
That's a mess. That's a right mess.
1102 dispatch. Clear me with the case report. Put me out in the B building with a signal 13, living in one of the storage buildings. You're a black male with a red shirt, black pants. You're gonna relax. You understand me? You understand?
Yeah.
Put your hands on top of your head. I'm not gonna arrest you. Turn around, face away from me. I ain't gonna. Interlock your fingers. Interlock your fingers. Interlock. Like this.
Oh, okay.
On top of your head. Face away from me. Take one step forward. All right, now relax. You understand me?
Yeah.
You're not going to stop relaxing. You're just gonna relax, right?
All right.
You ain't gonna fight with me.
No, sir.
I'm gonna detain you briefly.
All right.
Briefly, while I figure out who you are and make sure you ain't got no weapons on you. You understand me?
Yeah.
You have any weapons on you?
Yeah.
What do you got on you?
I got a little knife. I cut out tomatoes.
Where?
Right here in the sock.
Don't fucking reach for it. What are you, stupid?
Am I ID?
Are you dumb?
No, sir.
Don't reach for shit. You understand me?
No, sir.
Where is it at?
It's right there on my bed.
In the sock?
Yeah, in my ID.
Your ID's where?
Right in the sock, sure.
Your ID in the pocket?
In my sock.
ID's not in the sock.
Yeah.
That's your ID?
Yeah.
What's this in your pocket right here? Feels like an ID. Is that an ID?
Cigarette lighter. Cigarette lighter.
No, it's what is this in your pocket? Feels like an ID.
That's Magic Mall.
There's a card in there.
Yeah. Piece of domino card.
You can put that stuff back in your pocket. 1102 dispatch, 1 detained. There's a bed in here.
That's right.
Stop talking. There's a bed in here. There's a sleeping bag in here. There's all these clothes. How much of the stuff in here is yours? That you own?
Not one thing.
Not one thing in there is yours. What the hell are you doing in here?
I pick up cigarette butt smoke.
You ain't picking up no fucking cigarette butts in here.
I was just sitting down.
Lean over here. Take this knife off of you. How'd I get this knife off?
Untied. My ID in there too.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna charge you with burglary because you're in a building that you ain't supposed to be in. You understand me? That's a felony. I'm gonna take you to jail for that. Oh, is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
That's okay?
Yes, sir.
Really? It's completely okay with you?
Yes, sir.
'Cause you ain't picking up no fucking cigarette butts in here. Leave. Stay like that. You ain't picking up no cigarette butts in here. Ain't no cigarette butts in here to pick up. Who put cigarette butts in a storage building? Where's your ID at?
Right in there. You know, the envelope right there. What's it? Well.
You got a bunch of cards. Your inmate ID?
Yeah.
South Carolina ID. Emmanuel Williams. Walk this way. The handcuffs are not double locked, so don't sit on them.
All right.
Have a seat. Do not lean on them.
Okay.
Living in a fucking storage building. Sweeps up. Got shoes in here. I talked to a whole bunch the other day. They was all up in here living and shit. Let me ask you this. You think it's okay that you live in here? You homeless? Why are you living in here then?
I just got out of prison 2020 February this year. They put me in a welcome transition in Columbus, South Carolina on Calhoun Street, and I left there because the other people living there was giving me a hard time. I'm from Aiken, South Carolina. That's where I was born in Aiken, South Carolina. And I've been homeless ever since then.
So how long have you been living in here for? Hang on. Let me talk to this person on the phone.
Thank you for calling Rick's Property and Land. For residential
Nice.
leasing, including apartment, loft, and home rentals, press 1. For property management and routine maintenance, press 2. For HOA management, press 3. We're sorry, but no one is available to take.
The damn woman was just there and took my damn phone call 5 seconds ago. Before I rolled up on you in this fucking building.
Thanks for calling Rick's Property and Land. This is Carl.
Hey, Carl, this is Deputy Sue Typelite from Richmond County Sheriff's Office. I was over here doing a burglary at 443 Broad, and I rolled by the B building, and there's a dude living in it. The question is in B, looks like B19.
Okay.
Were you aware this guy was living here?
Well, we know there's been a lot of break-ins and stuff, and that homeless kind of come and go throughout that back part of the building. We don't know of anyone specific, no.
Okay. Do you want to prosecute this guy for living in your building?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know for a fact that he knows he's not supposed to be here?
I don't see how he could know. I mean, he does not pay us rent for that unit.
Well, I mean, he probably doesn't pay rent for this unit. Carl, what's your last name? Your first name is Carl?
Yeah, Carl Campbell.
What's your birthday? What's your all's address there?
Our office address is 936 Broad Street, Augusta, Georgia, 30901.
And this is your work phone number?
Yes, this is our office number.
All right. I'm going to call the supervisor and see if he's going to let me take him to jail for trespassing.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'll call you back. All right,
Appreciate it.
thanks. Hey, sir, listen to what I'm telling you. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with an attorney and to have them present during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you before any questioning if you wish. You can exercise these rights at any time during questioning. Now, I'm reading you this because I'm asking you questions, not necessarily because I'm going to arrest you. Now, do you understand each of these rights as I explain them to you, yes or no?
Yes.
Do you want to keeping these rights in mind, do you want to continue to speak to me, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been living in this unit?
I came down here about 2 nights ago. And every night I'm home.
2 nights ago. How'd you get into the unit?
Well, it was just raised. I sat down. I took me a nap. I picked up some butts off the parking lot out there, cigarette butt. I laid down on the mattress and closed up.
So you say it was already open?
Yeah, it was already open. Yes, sir.
All right. What do you know about the burglaries going on in the? I mean, all these units are open, and here you are in this one. What do you know about that? How much stuff in this unit is yours?
None of it.
There's some of it's in there. Look, there's a broom in there. You sweep up after yourself. Right? There's the chest pieces. There's the clothing. You can tell me ain't none of that yours.
None of it. All that was in there.
It was all that. Did you take any of it for yours?
No.
Did you decide any of it was gonna be yours?
No, sir.
Where'd you get that knife from?
Well, I picked up it was on the sidewalk in Broad Street, in front of the restaurant.
In front of a restaurant.
Yes, sir.
So you stole it from a restaurant.
No, I didn't steal it. It was on the sidewalk on that side of the restaurant.
Did you sit down at a table and get it?
No, I didn't go in the restaurant.
It was in front of a restaurant. Did you think maybe it belonged to the restaurant?
I didn't know.
I mean, it's a restaurant. It's not a bowling alley. If there was a bowling ball in front of a bowling alley, would you think it belonged to the bowling alley?
Yes, sir.
So if there's a knife in front of a restaurant, you might think, did you try and find the owner of the knife?
No, sir.
Right. All right, so you've been living in here for 3 days. You don't claim any of that stuff in there is yours.
The clothes I got on.
The clothes you got on. What about the clothes in there?
Well, if you just get them clothes in there, I don't even put them on. I don't touch them. They got all of that dust and stuff all over the stuff.
Have you gone through any? Have you looked at any of these other places for stuff?
No, sir.
You haven't done any of that. But they're all open,
Yeah.
and you didn't open them.
I see locks on them over there.
Say what?
I see locks on them.
Locks they have locks. Well, some of them don't have locks on them. Some of them the lock's been broke off a long time ago. What's your birthday? Yeah, let me ask you something. Does this place look like a hotel?
No, sir.
And to your knowledge, what a hotel looks like. So, do you pay rent on this building?
No, sir.
So, and you know it's a storage center, right?
Yes, sir.
So you would think it's safe to assume, you, not me, that if you're staying in here, you're probably not supposed to be in here.
But, you know, ain't nobody tell me no better. Nobody.
Well, I'm asking you, you're a smart guy, right? You're not stupid. You're not, like, mentally challenged, are you? Okay. So you're staying in a storage building. There's no running water. There's no electricity. There's no bathrooms, right? You know it's not a house, right? So would you not think that you knew you weren't supposed to be here? I mean, nobody told you not to be here. Did somebody tell you to be here?
My mind
Did somebody tell you it was okay to stay here? Okay. And you don't pay for the place over here? Okay. I just want to make sure we covered that. You ain't been in trouble with us since 2001. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do the 5 and let them and write them down in the report because I know they're not gonna. Right now. not the only one there. They're just calling the woman in. So, anyway. I'm standing on the second aisleway that looks straight to Broad Street. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 that are wide open with shit. You know. I'm sicking the marshals on them today. Because I've asked them since 2012 to come down here and do something about this. They don't care about this place now. They don't. They've told me. We don't put money into it. We're not going to put up cameras, we're not going to put up lights, we're not going to do anything. People pay us rent. If they don't pay us rent, we don't do it. That's what he said. Well, that's what I'm going to call them. Okay, bye. Thanks. Good news! Man, it smells like piss back here.
Thanks for calling Rex Property and Land. This is Connie. How may I help you?
Hey, this is Deputy Sue Hyperlight with the guy living in the storage building out here at 443.
Yes.
Is Carl there?
He just walked out.
All right. Well, what we got to do is even though the guy admits that he knows it's not a hotel, he knows this is not a place that he can live in, and he admitted that to me after I read a Miranda, which is his own problem. What I have to do is I have to get one of y'all to go do a warrant on him immediately, if you wanted me to take him to jail. Now you can always take a warrant on him at a later time. I'm gonna do a report and come by there and give y'all a card, and you can go take a warrant on him at any time. If you want him to go to jail right now, y'all have to go do the warrant like immediately.
We ain't gonna do that.
You what?
We ain't gonna do that.
Y'all aren't gonna go. Okay.
We don't have time for all that.
Don't have time for that. Well, okay.
I don't think so.
All right, well, I'm looking at least 7 units that are open and stuff hanging out. And that's
I know, they've kicked them in and...
I mean, they've ripped the door locks off of them, and I mean, this stuff is everywhere. All right, ma'am, thank you. Well, that's nice. Good news. You want to know what the good news is?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Face car. The good news is Rex Properties doesn't give a fuck about this place enough to want to go do a warrant on you right now. Because they got to go lean over the car. I got to take the handcuffs off. Okay, that's the good news. The bad news is I'm still doing a charge on you, and they can go take a warrant on you later. Okay, take this arm, put it straight up like this. There you go. That puts the keyhole on top. Now, you're not allowed to live here. Okay, you know you're not allowed to live here. I'm putting you can relax a little bit. Now you can shut that door for me, please. All right, you can walk back to the front of the car and get your knife, put it in your pocket. Okay, you're allowed to carry that knife on you, by the way. You know that, right? Because you can carry it for protection up to a certain number of inches. Hey, do you know how many inches? Hang on a second. Still got your ID, sir. Okay. I still got your ID. So you're gonna get a charge. I'm gonna do a report, and if they want to go do a warrant on you, they can. And when I asked her, she said very specifically, if I take you to jail right now, I said the only way I'll take you to jail right now if they go do a warrant on you right now. You know what they said? Oh, we ain't gonna do that. Really? So it's so important for them to prosecute you if I'm gonna do it, but then they don't have time. There's 2 of them down there. They don't have time to go do a warrant on you. You know, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. But here's what is gonna happen. I'm gonna ban you from this property altogether. You don't come back on this property. You say you got nothing in there, okay? If I see you back here in this storage building, listen to me. Look at me. If I see you on the property in this storage building, picking up clothing, toilet paper, anything like that, you've already told me like 5 times, ain't nothing in there yours. I'm in charge of burglary myself, and I'm gonna do the warrant on you, and that's a felony, because this is burglary. You don't have to live here. It doesn't have to be a house, a dwelling. It's a storage building. It's still a burglary. It's a burglary 2nd degree, but it's still a felony. Do you understand? And you're still going to go to jail, and you're going to be in prison. You're on probation or parole? Have you been on probation and parole? You a convicted felon? You got past convictions?
I've been on probation one time.
Okay.
Parole.
And you ain't got nothing in there. So you ain't going back in there. Let me get your ID for you. Do you have a phone?
Yes.
Do you have a phone number?
I lost. I just bought me a telephone.
It's in right there. But you're also going to be a suspect. I'm going to list you as a suspect in the burglary that happened over there. Because you've been here for 3 days and that thing got broken into in the last 3 days. Do you understand? 1102 dispatch case number. And somebody's been pissing back here.
1102 case number is 313783. 313783.
Because if you've been living here and you've probably been staying here all day, you've been staying here all day? Every day for the last 3 days? Been here all day? It seems that you would know something about that burglary over there.
I had burglary charge on 2002 East Side 9. And my lawyer gave me 15 years for it, till life without parole. I had burglary charge in South 9 in 2002, 7 burglary. My lawyer asked the girl, she said, instead of giving him life without parole, just give him 15 years for it. Lawyer named Mr. Kelly Perkins Brown. Burglary charge 2002 in South 9, 8 South 9.
Okay. You don't know your phone number though? And you're homeless. You got a middle name? If you go anywhere, I'm telling you this, me, if I find you anywhere sleeping that you don't own that place, I might charge you with that too. I ain't got to come and find you at this place and say you can't come back here anymore. And then you're at the next place, I got to tell you at that place you can't come back here anymore. And then I find you at the third place and I got to give you I don't have to do all that shit. I'm telling you, if you don't belong there, you don't belong there. And you know you don't belong there. You know you don't belong here. You know you don't live here. You know you can't live here. Hey, this is the other thing. You lied to me. You said you're picking up a cigarette butts. You're in there fucking living. I told you you're living. I know all that shit in there is yours. And I'm telling you, you come back here to get it. I'm going to charge you with it. Because you're going to be stealing it. Okay? And when I see you with that shit on, I'm going to take pictures of it. When I see you walking down the road carrying a camouflage tarp or a camouflage poncho, and I know it came from him, I'm going to charge you with it. You understand that? Don't fucking lie to the police. How much of that stuff in there is yours? Ain't none of it yours. Fine. See you later. I don't want to hear about you. I don't want to hear about you panhandling. Nothing. I guess he's going to jog away. B19. So dumb. Yes, it is. It's dumb. 313-783. 313-783. For a criminal trespass. Another code 5. Why not?